It's the most bizarre, brilliant and brain-breaking show on television. But just how much do you really know about the method behind the madness? It's been almost a year since I sat down with show's creator and the Taskmaster's very own assistant, Alex Horne, for a deep dive interview on my podcast, The Peer Project. To celebrate that anniversary, we're looking back at the biggest secrets he spilled. Stories you won't hear anywhere else, from its surprisingly wholesome origins to the casting science that makes every series pop. These are the top 10 things you didn't know about Taskmaster, according to the man himself. Number 10. Taskmaster began because he had a baby. That's right, the entire Taskmaster empire exists because Alex was bored on paternity leave. He wasn't at the Edinburgh Fringe with his friends and needed a creative outlet whilst at home. He told me it was an exciting but also a very boring time.
So, it was up here. We're in Edinburgh at the moment. Mm-hmm. Well, it wasn't up here. My friend Tim Key was up here. I was at home with our firstborn son. And it's quite a sort of stressful time, but really exciting, but also quite boring when you got a baby. So he was up here doing the Edinburgh Festival in 2009, and I was at home jealous of the fact that he was here. So I don't know, I came up with this idea of setting challenges to 20 comedians over the next year. I thought I'd be at home a lot, so I'll send them once a month, I'll send them a task. Mm-hmm.
Number 9. The first live shows were midnight chaos. A year after those emails, Alex brought the idea to the Edinburgh Fringe. But this wasn't the polished show you see now. This was a late-night, sprawling, chaotic mess that lasted for hours.
And then the following Edinburgh, we came up here 2010, and I had a room over in the Pleasance Dome area, this university building, where at midnight I explained what happened over the year. It took 2 or 3 hours, and it was really fun. And that was that. And then we thought, it was really fun, we should do it again next year, but with 10 people, because 20 was a lot. And that time round, a production company called Avalon said, you should pitch that as a TV idea. And it took years after that for it to become a TV programme, but it was never the plan anyway.
The Task Vault is just his notes app. You'd imagine a show with hundreds of iconic tasks would have a high-tech writer's room or a secure database. Nope. I asked him where he keeps his bank of task ideas, and the answer is terrifying.
No, it's not in the back of my mind, it's in the back of my phone. It's in the notes section, so I panic about losing that. But it's all right. Mm-hmm. You tend to think of a lot of tasks while you're doing tasks. Mm-hmm. That's when you're most fertile. But no, I don't have a worry, except people more and more are asking me if the well is drying up. Mm-hmm. And I keep telling them that wells don't dry up. Wells are built near natural springs. So I'm hoping there's a natural spring in there.
Number 7. Tim Key's consultant job is questionable. Series 1 champion Tim Key is famously credited as a task consultant. I had this image of them in a pub just dreaming up chaos. Alex corrected me.
Now, what happened was that when we started the show, so he's unfortunately probably my best friend. And so when we started, I used him as a sounding board, but then he was in the show, so I couldn't test any of the tasks on him because that would ruin it. But he would always be the person I'd talk to about what's funny, because he's very funny.
Number 6. Loopholes aren't cheating. They're encouraged. Some of the best moments come from a contestant finding a brilliant loophole. I asked Alex if that ever annoys him, and the answer was definitive. That's the whole point.
I don't feel like it's me against them. I feel like it's them against each other, and I love it. The worry is, so the way it works, they come to the house one by one to do these things in isolation. So if the first person opens a task and finds a loophole, straight away I think, oh no, this could not. If they all do that, it won't work. Mm-hmm. But they invariably don't. They invariably do it in different ways. So no, I never mind. I might pretend that I'm annoyed. It's mostly me on camera, but there's a little bit of acting where, it is just silly and fun.
Number 5. Casting follows a secret formula. Ever wonder why every single lineup just works? It's not accidental. Alex revealed the science behind booking the show. And it's all about balance.
It helps to have a well-known person in the 5. It helps to have someone that everyone knows already, because then you don't have to do the work of finding out about them, and you might be surprised by them. So we like to have someone who's very well-known, someone else who's pretty well-known, and the other 3, 2 of them are definitely going to be well-known in the comedy world.
Number 4. Some contestants changed the show forever. While the casting is a science, some contestants just break the mould and redefine the show. When I asked him who stood out from the over 100 contestants so far, he pointed to people who just think differently.
I'd definitely say someone like Fern Brady had made an impact. Like, she felt like she was thinking in a different way. And actually, I didn't know her neurodivergent story until I read her book, and was, again, hugely relieved that she talked about Taskmaster in a positive way. And I hadn't crossed my mind that people are thinking the way she thinks on the show. So, yeah, she was so funny and so honest. And I'm, very glad that she enjoyed it.
Number 3. He knows exactly why the US version failed. Remember Taskmaster USA? It aired, and then it vanished. I asked Alex for his honest opinion, and he was brutal. He was frank. They compromised far too much.
I think I'm an optimist. It was really fun. So I had 6 weeks living in LA with Andy, filming the tasks in this beautiful house, blue sky every day, with really great contestants. The contestants are brilliant. And then Reggie is one of my comedy heroes, Reggie Watts, the Taskmaster. Studio was really fun, mad. We lived at 9 o'clock in the morning in LA with this audience who were sort of drafted in to whoop and cheer, and they whooped far too much. And then the programme went out, and I watched it. It's 22 minutes long, and I thought, it was pretty good. But I didn't have a clue. And it sort of disappeared without a trace very quickly. But I did go out there, and there was billboards of me and the cast, and that was so exciting. And looking back, I can see very clearly why it didn't work, which I think was that there were so many compromises that we said it was Comedy Central, and we said yes to everything they suggested.
Right.
So I think Reggie would be a brilliant Taskmaster with a different assistant. I think the two of us didn't necessarily have an awful lot of chemistry. He would also be an absolutely brilliant contestant, which may be that he would be fit better in that role. 22 minutes is far too brief.
Number 2. He still panics before every new lineup. You'd think after all this success he'd be confident, but Alex admitted that he still worries that fans will hate the new cast every single time.
I have a perennial fear that this is going to be the year that everyone goes, no, I hate this lot. But they always say, oh, I prefer the old lot. And then after episode 2, they go, oh, I'm in. This is the lot for me. And I think you've got to trust the format and trust.
Number 1, my dream contestant pitch came with a catch. Look, I couldn't have him on the podcast and not pitch my own dream contestant, radio legend Chris Moyles. I asked him what he thought, and his answer was a very specific compliment.
Ah, that's interesting. That doesn't. Well, we've done. They're Radio X. Is that what it's called now? X or just Radio?
Radio X. You were there.
So they've been great with us promoting the shows. We've often gone on the radio and done tasks with his team, with Dominic and the others. And yeah, he's been great. So, and he's an interesting, thoughtful man, isn't he?
Yeah.
Someone we've grown up with who maybe has changed over the years.
Very much so.
That's a good suggestion. Are you thinking main series or special?
I don't know, because he's not your traditional comedian, but he is a very funny man.
Yeah, so not a problem. See, I would see him, if you're listening, Chris, no offence, as very much Perfect New Year's treat person. Because as soon as you have someone who is not a comedian in the comedian's version, then it feels like you're saying no to all these comedians who've worked so hard.
Got you.
So that would be the only reason. But I agree, we've had someone like, I guess a similar one would be Adrian Childs, who did the New Year's special.
He was great.
He could absolutely have been in the main series, but that would be at the expense of a sort of hard-working comedian. So that would be my hesitation.
So, there you have it. 10 secrets from the Taskmaster's assistant himself, taken directly from my conversation with him. This was just a fraction of our full uncut chat. We also talked about resilience, his relationship with Greg, and the future of the show. To hear or watch the entire interview, just search the Peer Project podcast wherever you listen or wherever you watch, or click the link in the description below. What's your favourite Taskmaster secret? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. All the information is on the task.